If you're thinking about moving to Houston and you want to be under the $500,000 price range, you're going to want to stay tuned for this video, because when this builder was here just a few years ago, these two homes were the most popular one, to the point that people are coming back here to either downsize or upgrade to it. And you're going to fall in love with the second one right here. So make sure you stay tuned. Come on, let's get to it. In your foyer here, your entryway, we're gonna have about 9-foot ceilings, and the first thing that greets us is going to be your office space, or this could be the optional 5th bedroom, because this one is a 4.5, but this could be your optional 5th right here. You have your office space towards the front of your house, which is pretty awesome. That way whoever else is in the living area or the rest of the bedrooms aren't really bothering you. Right here to our left, where it's the office right now, this would be your 2-car garage, 3-car garage, however you want to build it out. Then we're going to run into your first half bathroom here, and your washer and dryer room. And the good thing about this community and this builder, as you can see down there, they do have the different brick designs, but you will have a design gallery. So if you want your home to look exactly like this one, which I actually had one of my clients ask me if they could buy a model home, but the bad thing about it is that they usually don't sell the model home until maybe 4 years down the road, once the community is completely built out. So in this community, if you want the exact model home, if you want your house to look exactly like this, you can, because there is a design center. You can't have a completely custom built house, but you can design it how you want. Right now we're in your living area, and it goes from those 9-foot ceilings in your foyer to all the way up there to your second story, which leaves it super open from your living area to your dining area. And one thing that really sold this model back in the other community was being able to look down from your game room to this living and dining. And as I mentioned before, and I'm pretty sure you guys are getting tired of me saying this, how they're dividing up the houses, but this is not the exact same model that was super popular in the Goose Creek Landing community right here in Baytown. Because that model, the difference was in the kitchen, they had a island right there where you see the dining, and there was nothing here. So this is where your dining table would go. And the reason why they had it that way is because it was super open. But now what they're doing in these communities is they're trying to separate it, because people are getting tired of just a big open space. So what they did in this one is they put this 60-inch kitchen island to make that division. As you can see right here, it gives you another 3 to 4 spaces for your bar stools. And it does divide your kitchen area with your living area. And then these windows here also create kind of like an automatic division, which brings in plenty of natural light. Now let's take a look at your kitchen here. Enough space for a pretty good size dining table, and still enough for the kitchen for you to actually be cooking and doing whatever you need to on the granite counter spaces here. And the good thing about this is, while you're cooking, you're done cooking, you just bring it right over to the table. Don't have to worry about walking across the hallway or anything like that. And you do have a whole nother area over there. It could be a wine bar or a coffee station, whatever you would like. So that's the major change that they made in this model, is they put this kitchen island right here. One of the better things too about this builder is that you'll still have your owner suite on the bottom, which is what we're gonna go look at. And you guys are going to love the upstairs, but we'll take a look at that as soon as we're done walking this owner suite here. And keep in mind, like I mentioned, right, if you want your home to look exactly like this, you can with this builder, because they do allow you to go to the design center. So if this is a color that you like, which earth tones are coming back into style, you could do something exactly like this. So right now we're in your owner suite, which is really spacious. It's the only actual bedroom in this model downstairs. Of course, you could turn that office space into a bedroom if you like, and you could have 2 down here. But the separation is pretty cool because they're not right next to each other. Now we're going into your owner suite with your his and hers, your separate tub, standing shower. Wait till you see how big this walk-in closet is. Let's do a little fit check. I told you guys this is gonna be my new outfit, my new, what do they call it? My new uniform for walking property is gonna be jeans, shirt, and a sweater. Well, while the Texas weather allows me to do that. This is gonna be your walk-in closet here, pretty spacious. And again, this home is 2,800 square foot. It feels a lot bigger because of how open that living area is, and those high ceilings with all the windows that bring in the natural light, which is what we're gonna go view real quick. While we make our way upstairs, the next home that we're going to view, because this is the Concho model, the next one we're going to view is the Glenwood. And that one was the showstopper in the previous community that made it so popular. I was able to sell both this one, which is the Concho, and the Glenwood in that other community. So I'm hoping to be able to do that here as well. You guys are gonna love that one. If you love this one is really for a bigger family, as you can see, which I had a bachelor buy one of these houses, and he's still a bachelor to this day. And half of the house is empty because he hasn't filled it up with furniture. But the other one is gonna be a smaller footprint, and you're going to fall in love with it. I promise you. Wait until you see the inside. As soon as we come up here, you're gonna be greeted with your third bedroom or second bedroom up here if you don't convert that office space into a bedroom. Pretty spacious. All the rooms are going to be a good size. You do have a game room up here. I really do enjoy all of these new color schemes that these builders are using. And if I haven't mentioned it already, they haven't even sold one home in this community yet. So you'll be the first one who gets to choose which home you want out here. Come and claim your stake to being the first homeowner in this area, in this community. We're coming up into our third or your fourth bedroom, depending on what you do with that office down there. And check out, wait until you see the very last bedroom. We're gonna take a look at your bathroom up here for all the rooms. Well, for at least some of the room, because I'm gonna show you something pretty cool right now. So we're walking into your last bedroom upstairs. This is a really sizable bedroom. For those of you who have a multi-generational family, or you want a guest room for whenever family does come over, you have a kid from college that comes back every now and again, or a kid who just needs their complete privacy so they get their full ensuite bathroom. You don't really see this a lot. You don't see this a lot. This usually comes a lot more extra whenever you're looking for a property like this, especially in the square footage where we're only looking at 2,800 square foot. A little bit above 2,800 square foot. You get your full bathroom in here, your shower, your tub, your sink, and your own. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we're back in the Baytown area. We're about roughly 25 minutes east of downtown Houston. That's with no traffic, right? But you can always count with a little bit of traffic here in the Houston area. And the reason we're not 30 to 35 minutes, even though we're in the Baytown area, is because how close we are to I-10. We're a little bit deeper into the Baytown area, into the I-10 section. So you can, as soon as you leave this community, you can catch I-10 right away, and you can shave off about 5 to 10 minutes from there. You also have a high school that's walking distance right from your community, which is probably about 5 minutes. I'm actually looking at their stadium here, which let me flip the camera so you can take a look out the window. Let's see if it doesn't get blown out with the light. But that's where your high school is for your kids. The other two schools are roughly around 5 to 10 minutes for your junior high and your elementary school. As for your dining, your shopping, your grocery shopping, or if you like to do all three at your local HEB, we're probably about 5 minutes to 8 minutes driving from the local HEB here. And if you don't want to go to the HEB in Baytown and you want to go to the HEB in Mont Bougie and Mont Belvieu, for those of you who don't know where that is, we're probably about 9 minutes from there. So if you want to partake in everything that's in the Mont Belvieu area, we're a short drive from here to there, roughly about 9 to 10 minutes. So you can partake in all of their wine tasting, their whiskey tasting, their beer cellars that they're opening up all over the place on that side of town. And if you want to go and have a good night in downtown, you can also do that too, because you're 25 minutes away. So this is perfectly situated, centralized to where you want to be. And one thing that I haven't mentioned yet is let's talk about price. So in this community, we're going to be starting off in the $289 price point. Now, for the model that we're looking at right now, you're going to be in the $346, depending on the upgrades that you do. Also keep in mind, right, like I mentioned during the tour, is that this is a community that allows you to customize your home however you want to. So those upgrades can cost you some depending on what you're choosing, right? If you want to copy the model exactly. And as for your tax rate here, you're going to be looking at a 1.9. Now, the community where these two models got really popular, at one point in time, that community was at a 3.9. So almost 2 points higher than what we're at now. Now, the thing that you're going to sacrifice for having a lower tax point here is that you're not going to have like a master plan community. There's going to be a smaller community. You're going to have a walking trail and a few parks, and that's about it. But that keeps your HOA lower and your tax rate lower as well. As for the incentives, but as always remember, like I mentioned in my videos, is that whenever it comes to incentives, just give me a call. That's screen on the number. I'm Giovanni with the Living East of Houston channel, and I'm more happy to help you guys out. And just shoot me a text message. I'm interested in moving to Houston or interested in moving to Baytown, whatever it may be, and I can get you the incentives as of that date. Because depending on when this video goes up, the incentives could change. This community probably changes on a monthly basis, just like every other community. So let's go ahead and talk about the incentives for today as the community is right now. Right now, you're going to be looking at up to $25,000 in concessions from the seller, from the builder, to help you out to use it however you want to. You can use it for upgrades, to buy down your rate, or to bring down the price of the house, or to pay some of your closing costs. Now, for somebody who is looking to buy a house that's already 30 days away from being completed and can close in 30 days, they can get you a 5.25 interest rate for 30 years. That's locked in, below market rate, but it does have to be that home that is ready to close within 30 days. That's the incentives for that one. And I do believe that the $25,000 also applies to that home as well if you're looking into buying one that's about 30 days out from being completed. Now I'm gonna show you guys the backyard before we go look at the Glenwood property, which is the one that everybody always fell in love with. Yes, this one is nice and amazing, but wait till you see the next one. Let's go check out the backyard. When it comes to this community, we're going to be sitting on 50 to 55 foot lots. Let me flip the camera around so you can get a visualization of how big that is for a lot. It's nothing too big, but still spacious enough to get done what you guys want to, especially if you're not too much of an outdoors person. You can have this extra patio. Again, this would be an add-on to your build, unless the house that you're buying is 30 days out and it already has it. So that is a benefit of buying one of those, right? Because they might already have a extended patio with a bump out. But again, this yard is pretty spacious for your 50 to 55 foot products out here. And you have a pretty good sizable footprint of the house, because that's about 2,800 square foot. Now we're gonna go check out the Glenwood model. And if you want more information on this one, or you're interested in any community here in the Baytown area, feel free to reach out to me. I help people just like you every single day relocate out here, find their dream home, whether it be Baytown, Clear Lake, Channelview, Dayton, it doesn't matter. I am here to help. Or if you're just in Baytown and you're looking to relocate either to upgrade or to downsize, I'm here to help. Giovanni with the Living East of Houston channel, and you can either hit that number on the screen or hit the link down in the description below. Now let's go check out the Glenwood. Before we get started here in the Glenwood, I want to give a little correction, because for the Concho, I did say it was $347. That one's actually $369. This one, the Glenwood, we're looking at a starting point of $346, 2,200 square foot. And it's amazing what they did with the spacing and the layout of this property. Just wait until you see the model. Let's get started with this famous Glenwood right here. We're gonna be looking at a 4-4 with an optional 5th bedroom. As soon as we walk in, you have 2 bedrooms to the front of the house right here. Pretty spacious, nothing too crazy. It's good for the kiddos. They are gonna have a shared bathroom, as you can see, luxury vinyl plank throughout, nice tile in the bathroom. Of course, you can always choose to upgrade to that if you like, or you can keep it a little bit more simple. It's gonna have a standing shower here, pretty spacious, with a sink, of course, right? It wouldn't be a bathroom if you didn't have a sink in here. And your floating linen shelves, or they're still squared off, like cabinetry for your for your towels here. And now we're going into your next bedroom. Really good design. Again, they did a great job with the color schemes. I like these dark colors are coming back in to style now. Your first 2 bedrooms towards the front, luxury vinyl plank. As you can tell, this vinyl plank on this one is a little bit wider than what we saw in the Concho. You're going to have your 9-foot ceilings here throughout your entryway, your foyer. And as we go through here, you'll be greeted by your 2-car garage right here. You can upgrade that if you would like. Your washer and dryer area. And now, before we take a look at this awesome area, which is what everybody fell in love with, and actually this here was super surprising to everybody, but we'll take a look at that right now. We're gonna look at your office space. So this is what they turned into another bedroom, because there is a closet right here, even though it's not too big, right? Still could be considered a closet, office space. This could be a bedroom, and it has the option for you to have a full bathroom in here as well. So as you can see, you have a standing shower there, a little bit smaller than the other one, but still something that you can get away with. I mean, a perfect little guest room for whenever you have people come over, nothing too crazy. This is going to be your kitchen area and why everybody loved this home. Now, while we take a look at this kitchen, that I was mentioning in the Concho is that this builder made few adjustments to these 2 models that were super popular. And the adjustments that they made here was the lighting fixtures. For those of you who were able to visit Goose Creek Landing when this model was there, and if the owner is watching this, whoever bought that model, you can attest to this. But all of this is this is more cozy, as I would say. The color scheme, the layout of the kitchen as well. The one over there in Goose Creek Landing, that one was a lot more modernized, very sleek. This one gives a little bit more character. So that's something that the builder did and they changed. If you want it to be more modern, you can, with it being customizable, right? You can go to the design center and make it more custom. But I like this because I feel like this style is coming back in versus the super modern, just kind of like flat. This is your kitchen here, really spacious. Your deep farm style sink here. You're going to have your stovetop towards the back. Yeah, your separate ovens here, a place for your coffee station, a little wine rack, whatever you may like. Then it opens up to your living area, high ceilings throughout the house. Your dining table is separated by this octagon that you have right above there. And this is probably what's gonna remind everybody what model it is, because that's the thing that everybody always pointed out as soon as they walked into the house and they got into the kitchen. The kitchen is breathtaking as well, but this really makes it stand out. You don't see that. Along with these 3 little cubicles that go into the owner suite. Let me show you the owner suite before we go take a look upstairs and tell you why this one automatically sold almost everybody. Even if they couldn't qualify for this model in particular, or this model was no longer available, depending on the time frame whenever they were looking, this model just sold them. So they stayed in the Castle Rock community inside of Goose Creek Landing. This is going to be your owner suite. It's going to be all the way towards the back. Plenty of natural lighting with your 3 windows here. Accent wall, you can build that out if you like. Walking right into your walk-in closet. Probably just as big as the one in the Concho. It just doesn't have that curve to it like the one in the Concho did. Now we're gonna take a look at your ensuite bathroom here. Separate tub and shower. And look at this. This always reminded me kind of like Italy, where they have the little wine cellars. This standing shower here with your little bump out. And you're going to have your separate his and hers, but they are completely separate. You have one sink here and another sink here. So if it is time for both of you guys out trying to get ready, you don't have to be bumping into each other while you're brushing your teeth. And of course you have your commode and its own little closed-in door. I don't like it whenever they don't have them closed in. I feel like it doesn't give you any privacy. Here, it's gonna be for your linen closet. Now, let's go take a look at your optional 5th bedroom, and you're gonna be surprised by what it has upstairs. So this one is not a 2-story home. What we're looking at right now is considered a 1.5. You're gonna have all of your bedrooms downstairs with a bonus room upstairs, or whatever you wanna use it for, right? So game room, want to close it off and make it into a bedroom later, you can, because you can actually close this off here. We're going right up, and what they have it as right now is a game room, work area, workstation, whatever you may call it. It's spacious in its own right. And this is what always surprised everybody, is this. Another full bathroom upstairs. Full bathroom. I don't know about you guys, but one thing that I can't stand, especially like growing up whenever we had just a regular 3-1, is not having enough bathrooms in the house. This one gives you more than enough bathrooms and enough space for guests. What did you guys think about the Glenwood or the Concho? Which one would you go with? Are you more for a bigger, huge open space, or something a little bit more like this? It feels, in my opinion, a little bit more designer. At the same time, still giving you plenty of space as well. As you can see why these two models were the most popular in the Goose Creek Landing community. And this builder has not been back in Baytown since then. So these two models, these two packages, they're back in town. They had great foot traffic to the community from Goose Creek Landing, people who were thinking about either upgrading or downsizing because they loved these models so much and the quality that this builder brings. So if you're interested in this community, feel free to hit that number on the screen, call or text. I'm available any time of the day, any time of the weekend. Shoot me a text message saying I'm interested in Baytown or I'm interested in moving to the east of Houston. I'm Giovanni with the channel Living East of Houston. I'm more than happy to help you guys. If you want more information on the Baytown area, or you're looking at any community here in the east of Houston, hit this video up here somewhere or this playlist right here. Until next time.